recording has started. That's all the paper we just flushed. Stop, that's the Y for the toilets.
Yeah, right there. All went backwards. Oh, that paper sludged up this way.
Is it ready if I temporarily?
Up this way a little bit, but I think it would have pushed it up this way worse if this way would have had more time to drain out first. Did push it a couple inches towards this, but you can see there's so much standing here it's actually blocking it. It's still trying to push this way some, but if this had time to drain completely out, here it comes again. That line's kind of clogging and flopping by the look of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait till it drains and I'll hit her again. Yeah.
That's what just plopped.
And that's a little bit more than I would use, not my son. My son would use a whole roll.
Just comes in here, hits and goes both ways, and the water drains out so slow it doesn't carry anything. Flow right here pretty much. 20 feet or whatever.
But I know about 50, 60 feet from here, there's a real nasty black spot that we've seen as well. Are those the main bathrooms?
These two here?
Yeah.
They're probably the ones that get used the most, yeah.
Run that thing. Let that one run all the time.
This sink right here.
Not right now, but just let it run all the time and then it won't clog ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need something. We need basically something on this branch that
Keeps
has a
everything
more
moving down
frequent,
this
higher
line.
volume.
Something on this branch with the flush it through would be
Kind of
nice.
clearing it,
Yeah. 5-gallon pail a day in the sink.
Put a toilet right in the middle here.
And that's, there it goes. If that sits there long enough,
Water will wash away.
Yeah.
Paper will harden up kind of, become a
Yeah.
bigger ball, more paper will hit it. If you get enough flushes before too much paper accumulates, it goes. If you get too much paper and not enough water, it
why don't you
clogs.
push in to see what we saw down there?
But you can see
We're
it's
not
gonna
a
take
fan of 3-inch period under floor because this happens.
It's going to take 4 or 5 flushes to get everything through this system.
And
That's the problem, is it's relying on a lot more than one flush.
it's relatively flat and there is a belly out here. Or was that on the other side? I'm going to hit her a few more times so we can get there.
I'm actually still pushing paper down this line because even with that many flushes, it hasn't moved. Corn. Corn.
much of a drop is there up there? Okay, that's what I was seeing.
Ish.
I don't think it's ever been past out that far that I can recall, and then there's another drop.
So there's a 2-foot grade change and then a vertical to the basement that feels at 5'6".
Yeah, I have to go
And then still dropping.
I don't believe
Yeah,
it's ever
it's
been
never
that
been
far.
that far. That's about 8 to 10 foot vertical between the 3 drops. Zigzags a lot, but yeah, there's 3 good
Oh yeah,
drops
this is the one with the basement because the generator's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As far as the basement start, that brown door straight ahead there.
Yeah, we're going way over down the
that
I'll never forget seeing that out there. I was just very surprised that happened.
Oh, that's for its separation.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that old schoolhouse right off of Richmond that we found. I have a feeling they
This whole line too there is
flexed a 6-inch clean out wide so hard it literally busted right in the finished part. I've never seen that before. Unless somebody hit it with an excavator or something.
under the building.
Yeah.
Right at the building. Must have just settled.
I've never
right
been
and
so
went
glad it
snap.
was a small crawl space neither of us could fit in. Call somebody else. We don't fit.
We get to laugh at him.
Oh,
Hi, Andy.
Yeah.
How you doing down there?
Well, he just had to make the final connection for Lamers. He
Yeah.
Lamers crews? Well, they got a couple of smaller guys too. Just come back to that area where the toilet ties on right there. That's it. Okay, wait till water stops running, then we'll push her back up. It almost looks like it goes up and then down. That stuff's so deceiving.
Well, this line's a 4.
Is it?
Yeah. That's a 3 joining a 4.
Okay, yep. Guess we're getting another one. You can see the toilet paper didn't even come through that flush. Only the waste.
That person,
Yeah.
that person, no.
Go half.
Uh,
And the new bidets.
We found 2 squirrels in the last month. I haven't found a squirrel in, I bet you, 20 years. 2 in a month.
Really?
One of them we were at a house in Neenah. A couple went away, had a house sitter. Second floor toilet wasn't working. Called the plumber. They took the toilet
So
off,
that unit?
and the wax ring and the wax ring and the centering cone had moved. Well, the plumber said, "Yeah, oh, there it comes. Look at that. I mean, that literally clogged itself." And it took, holy moly. Yeah. But he took it off. Said it must have just moved. Well, I mean, Nick and I were running together that day. He goes to grab it. Ooh, that's not hair. That's flesh. So of course, we'll get
That's
plug
an
in.
animal.
Grab a channel locks. He grabs it and throws it. Hang on, I gotta record this. Well, he's getting so mad because it stinks so bad.
It's like a foot from my head. I'm sitting there, I'm gonna get this thing out of here.
Yeah, so of course I had to record it. Figured the squirrel got
Squirrel
down,
got-
in the vent stack,
Oh,
couldn't
went
get
from
up,
the vent stack.
went into the Y up
Right
to
up
the
to the
toilet,
toilet and
and was
didn't know how to
trying to
get
get
out.
out, and he moved the wing and just gave up. That was pretty foul.
Probably suffocated or something at
Yeah.
that point.
Then maybe he choked on the wax. Then had another one over in Neenah, a basement, half a basement and a crawl space. Couldn't go from the toilets down, had to go from the basement. Thank God it was new PVC to cast. Split that and ran up. Jake was pulling the clog back. You ever seen them real smooth like stuffed animals that look like somebody just screen printed on them? I swear to God, that's what it was, like a kid's toy in the toilet. So Jake just grabbed it. It just poked me, that's not a toy. It was a squirrel with all the hair gone. It either we cut it off, spin it in the pipe. And, oh yeah, it was, yeah, that was pretty bad too. Grab it with their snake handlers and throw it in the bucket and run through the house because it was low ripe. Rip the unclogged 4-inch like that is pretty impressive.
It's flowing, it just not any too fast. Very flat, and when it sludges through wrong, it doesn't clog the 4-inch until it sits and drains out. With nothing on the backside here other than that sink.
No.
That's what does it, because it gets behind it in a big ball and then sludges forward. My guess is you get a larger ball built up here and then it sludges forward.
I do know
It goes, it's
they
done.
make, as dumb as it sounds, I don't know if they make them more fancy, but for like garden hoses, I don't know if they make them for like sinks where you could have it turn on every day for 15 minutes to help flush it down. I'm sure they do being lab equipment, but how much does that cost? I can only imagine having to be stainless steel and all medical grade. It is in this vicinity. It could be like we witnessed on the camera, just that big slug comes through and hits and stops. It's going up and then down.
So from here you're saying there's actually a spot where it has to
Right
go
before this Y, you see the water
the water.
standing. It's not a lot, but it goes up and then down.
Just a trace of water that never wants to drain fully out. You see where it gets lower in the pipe. Where I pushed some water through, it'll actually get a little lower. Very,
right up there.
flat.
basically,
14 feet, so safe bet right about here. I'm guessing this is the hallway for the bathroom.
Where it comes
Yeah.
across there now.
You see where the standing is there. You just see it bounce back and forth.
I did record most of this. I'll upload it sometime today and get it to you. This is from the hallway by the labs floor clean out. That's how you describe this one, right?